What's going on? Paisanos! V here, coming at you guys, well, with another Mark Watch, of course. You know, Konami indefinitely stopped Yu-Gi-Oh! Events for a while, and a lot of people really got bummed by this. Some people were excited because they're like, oh, now I have an opportunity to wait for the market to crash, and I'll run in and buy a bunch of cards, and it'd be great! But that's not how the market works. The market must never works to expectation. The reason why is because I feel like everyone just forgets the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still going to locals despite this pandemic. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still buying cards for their decks that they can't even use. It's like having a Lamborghini and just having no gas in it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still doing this, and the reason why is because the love of the game is stronger than anything that anyone could throw to any player's way. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people are underestimating. Also, the collector's market is booming. I mean, it's gonna get crazy out there, Paisanos. Supposedly there's another rumor of another stimulus, and that might definitely impact the market. There's a lot of just rumors and speculation going on right now as far as what to go in and what to buy, but I feel like everybody's missing the point of what to do. And in this video, your boy V, your fellow Paisano, I'm gonna get right on it. Guys, before I begin, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and comment down below. Common question of the day. With this new news of Konami saying they're not going to have Yu-Gi-Oh! Events for a while, what are you doing? Are you just taking a break from Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though you're watching this video? Are you going ahead and buying collector's cards? Or are you just going, you know what? I don't care. I'm building my meta deck. I'm getting max rarity. And I'm looking clean and good every single day. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Guys, looking at Legendary Duelist Season 1 that just recently came out. I'll tell you right now, Crystal Bond's not that hard of a card. Maybe it's easy for you guys, maybe hard for some of you guys, but I bought a couple of these for me and my kids to open, and Crystal Bond was super easy to open. It was absolutely insane, and I think the hardest thing for me mostly was getting Agent Gear Fusion, because I haven't pulled the card yet, but it's a card I kind of want. I mean, there's a lot of nifty cards in Legendary Duel Season 1. The coolest thing about this box is you can get a Mako Tsunami token, which is something I just kind of like. I'm not sure if they have a Joey Wheeler one, or I got was Mako Tsunami, but it is cool to see that. Hopefully you have other characters like Maximilian Pegasus as well. Looking at this, I mean, it looks not bad. I think Kakuna Ultra Evolution, and the thing is about a lot of these cards, if you're not having buying the sealed product for funsies, the best thing you can do is buy into the singles market, because a card like Kakuna Ultra Evolution that's $2 is insanely cheap. And I'm loving all these reprints. I mean, the Toon Table Contents getting reprinted, Rainbow Bridge, that's a huge reprint, as well as all these other reprints. And I feel like Konami, I mean, I understand they're reprinting Legendary Duelist, and it's a bit off this next Legendary Duelist from the Age of Millennium booster box, which showed Maximilian Pegasus, and of course, you know, you got Joey Wheeler, and then you got Red Eyes. I see what they did there, even though you got Ancient Gifts, which is Crowler, I think, or Crowley. Anyway, looking at Legendary Duelist Age of Millennium, the prices of these cards are falling. All of them except Toon Kingdom. Toon Kingdom, the rare at a Legendary Duelist Age of Millennium, with a $47 market price, is roughly around, besides the foreign ones, $87. That's almost double the current market price of the card. Toons, man. It's that Toon. It's almost like you go section off, and then you got your like your waifu, you got your like Dark Magician fanboys, you got like the Blue Eyes, you got Hero players, you got Cyber Dragon players, and then you got Toon Yu-Gi-Oh players, and they literally had nothing until recently, and now they have a bunch of everything, and they're going in and buying like crazy, because they really haven't, Konami has not touched this market yet, and now they have, and man, it is cool to see that. I would love to see like a Mimicat reprint, maybe in a high rarity though. That would be something fun as well. Up next, guys, let's talk about deck cores for a second, because Plunder Patrols is a relatively expensive deck core, but for the most part, it's really not. I mean, take this deck core and apply it to something like Emancipators or Eldritch. One Golden Boy will probably cost you this deck. That's how crazy undervalued I feel like Plunder Patrols are. Now, I have Plunder Patrols around me somewhere. I'm still waiting on one more card. I'm going to be testing them out soon. I might have a deck with file. I'll give you guys my reasoning as far as why I decided to build that deck in that video. So stay subscribed for that. But I'm really excited to learn this deck. I'm just really lazy to learn a new deck in general. But looking at it, Plunder Patrols, you got Whitebeard being the most expensive card out of the set. It's $14. You got Redbeard, the second most expensive card of the set. $8. These are ultra rares, by the way. When you go into secret rares like Plunder Patrol Lice, that's $3. Mark, That's $3. Brand, that's $2. It's weirdly priced for a deck core. And to be honest with you, I think it's it's definitely an underrated deck core right now that not a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players really pay attention to. So it's something that you might want to consider to pick up. We also have Unchained. I mean, Unchained Twins Arua Starlight Rare is about $550, higher than $178 market price. Don't even look at that. Just look at the rest of the Unchained cards. Like Unchained Souls of Disasters, $1.50. Unchained Souls of Rage, $5. Abomination, $5.50. The other secret rare, Unchained Souls of Anguish, a secret rare, it's $1. This is a relatively inexpensive deck card. I feel like everybody's kind of passed by because it had a lot of hype and did nothing. But I still feel like it has that potential. And I don't think I'm alone. Also, guys, we have Ignister or Adignisters. I don't know why they had to put that A there, but Adignisters, cards like Picari with a 365 market price. Achichi with a 365 market price. Templar, the ultra rare, 12 cents. And this is just relatively cheap other than that. After that, it just goes all downhill for value. And to be honest with you, this is not too expensive. It's something that, once again, I feel like a lot of you players were excited about. They were pumped to get involved in, and then the value tanked. We also have Marine Cess. Now, Marine Cess Seahorse at a KS Impact is currently $4. This card is insanely, criminally undervalued. In fact, if you want my honest opinion, I think Marine Cess in general is criminally undervalued. The deck is really good, and given being placed in a different format at a different time, it would be one of the best decks out there. Maybe so big Yu-Gi-Oh players would demand cards being banned from it. That's how good this card is. These cards are. And look at the Marine Cess once again. They're relatively inexpensive besides Marine Cess Core Anemone. Though it did hold a $20 market price, it's currently $15. When you take that and you look at other Marine Cess cards, like once again the second expensive one from this besides the Starlight Rare being Seahorse, it's $4. It's insane. Seahorse is $3, Blue Slug's $1, and once again it goes down from there, including the secret rare Marble Rock, which is $1.45. If you want to start like Red Marine Cess Seahorse, trust me, I want one with it. I want one too, holding $144 market price. Well, it's still coming down. It's roughly around $300 in the market, and to be honest with you, this will hit $200. I really feel confident because this card was bought out not too long ago, and the price went to insanely high numbers, and I think it's going to be going down soon, so keep an eye out for that. We also have Thunder Dragons. In general, of course, they're relatively inexpensive, but if you want to get involved, you got Thunder Dragon Colossus Ultra Rare. That's $1. That'll get you in the door. Thunder Dragon Colossus Secret Rare, that's $7 coming out of Soul Fusion. This might get a reprint. Original print position is going to run you roughly around $10 for the card. So maybe you'll get a reprint. But if you want the best version of Thunder Dragons, you'll be looking at Thunder Dragon Colossus OTS Tournament Pack 10 with a $44 market price. And it's roughly around almost near $45 in the market for this card. This is how much Yu-Gi-Oh players are just expecting this card to come back. This is how much the market is responding to this card. And as time goes on, as we pull it from the other Dragons, this is still going to be a broken card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Konami should put this to 1 and see what we can do with this card. Get a little value out of this card. But we're only going to know by the time we get the September brand list, which is definitely going to still be coming. Zodiac is another undervalued deck. In a meta we're currently in right now, where you're going to play a ton of hand traps, you really don't have enough room in your opening hand to go into a full combo if you're going to play a ton of hand traps to stop your opponent, so you can go into a full combo. Well, Zodiac's kind of like the cure for that. They're just one card full boards. Well, not really full boards that they used to be, but still, you put a good board up. Unfortunately, certain hits of Zodiac Barrage, but we do have Zodiac Dryden. But I'm thinking Zodiac, not only Zodiac Dryden, but Zodiac Brubble is a card you might want to consider because Brubble has is still in the ban list and still has potential to come off the ban. So keep an eye on this card. There's actually the original print version coming out of Vision Tempest with a $2 market price. Name of position is roughly around $2. Next, guys, Ancient Warriors. This deck literally costs you $20, and that's you getting ripped off. Ancient Warriors is a deck not many Yu-Gi-Oh players know about, and if you think you know about it, well, tell me about it, because I don't think a lot of people really know what this deck can do. But once again, I think this deck is relatively inexpensive. It's cheap. It's a great deck card to grab, buy, throw in a deck box, put to the side, or maybe learn about it so you don't lose to it. Respect your deck that you're playing against, and it can be any deck, including Ancient Warriors. We also have Dragon Maids. Now, this is a very expensive waifu deck. Let's not get it twisted. But I still think Dragon Maids is a deck that you might want to consider. Why? Well, besides the waifu tax, Dragon Maids has almost a good engine built into a lot of these cards. They're almost kind of like Cosmos, but they're not there yet. I feel like Konami can release more cards to make this more better of a deck, but I don't think they're going to immediately. Well, with Kitchen Dragon Maid coming out and Mystic Fighters being $65, I think they're gonna reprint Dragon Maid, and maybe even then we might wait, or maybe hopefully by then we get a new Dragon Maid cards that are good, that can make this deck a meta deck. Right now it's not. Let's not have any delusions about or grandeur about this deck, but it has the potential to be a meta deck, and that's what I want to talk about. Look at a Kitchen Dragon Maid, which is currently $65. You also got Nurse Dragon Maid, which is currently $37, which is hilarious, being the fact that Chamber Dragon Maid recently came out of Eternity Code, and that bad boy is $12. The rest of the deck is relatively inexpensive. I mean, you got Chamber Dragon Maid Hospitality at $7, Parlor Dragon Maid $7, and then it goes down to like $2s. But it's like I said, I'm not trying to hold anything back. This is a relatively bad deck right now, but it's a great deck for casual Yu-Gi-Oh! And I kind of, as much as it's weird because I want to build this deck, but there's like a voice in my head next to the hero voice telling me to buy max rarity heroes that's saying, hey, listen, give it a try. Maybe you might like it. And I'm worried if I do. I'm worried about that. I think everyone playing this deck is kind of worried about that as well. But you can run amazing cards like Super Rejuvenation, being the fact that everything in this deck is dragons. If you don't know what Super Rejuvenation does, for every dragon you tributed and I believe discarded at the end phase of the turn, it's a quick play spell, you get to draw cards. So if you destroy a bunch of discard a bunch of dragons, and face activate Super Rejuvenation, you say you draw like 4 cards, boom, and then you have drawn another Super Rejuvenation, you can play another one, because the end of the phase is only when both players agree there's no legal cards to play, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Look at that Chamber Dragon Maid Starlight Rare with a $231 market price. It's about $225, actually $230 with shipping, I should really say. This is a great card that is going to be going down in value. Listen, I think Chamber Dragon Maid is really cool. And if you want to play Max Rarity Dragon Maid for some ungodly reason, this is one of the cards you're going to need to get. With that said, I do think this card's going to still be going lower for a little bit. Then it's going to stabilize. And then maybe at that point, the market will start picking at this card until the price gets kind of weird. And they're just going to run and hit it with a hammer. Then the price will go back down in value, as it always does. But not to its current price that you're looking at right now. That's literally the trend of this card. I give you the entire trend of this card, and it's still, people might be asking me about Dragon Maids. The market to watch. We also have Generators. Now, I just recently bought almost everything. I'm still waiting on a couple of cards to come in the mail for Generators, because I want to try them out, because they're really good. And for the most part, besides the Field Spell and Mardell, relatively inexpensive. I mean, Generator Board Stage with a $14 current market price, $14 listings. The market price is $3.50, but the current listing is $14, I should really say. It's a 3 of. You're going to need to get 3 of these cards. Mardell, it's $19. A long time ago, I mentioned this card when it was like 6 or 7. I thought this card was insane. I still think the card's insane. It's only a 1 of. They're mowing my lawn right now. Like, I just started recording this video. I had the whole day nothing. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Like timing. Phone calls, lawn gets mowed, everything happens. When you don't understand, like, I've been in my house, because obviously the pandemic, and nothing, no sounds. Right now, everything's happening. It always, and it's, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to tilt. Listen, looking at Generator, rest of the Generator cards are relatively inexpensive. I think it's a good deck core. I think it's a fun deck core. And once again, I still have to learn the rest of all the combos, but I think it's a fun deck. I think it could be at best tier 1.5, and it definitely is a deck that Yu-Gi-Oh players are underestimating. No doubt in my mind. If you're looking to play Water, Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince out of Break of the Shadows is currently $2, and the unlimited versions are roughly around $2. You get the first editions. It's around $3.50 for Neptibus. The thing is about Water is, I feel like you could play any variant of Water, and it's still a decent variant of Water. I mean, yeah, Mermaid Abyss Giles is insanely expensive, and makes no sense why it's so much money. I mean, the Ultra Rare is $16, lower than $21 market price. The Ultimate Rare is $19. Well, actually, no, it's $22 in the market price. Unlimited is roughly around $20. It's hard to do this video with the whole entire landscaping is behind my ear, so I'm sorry about that. Lightning Plate first edition is roughly around $25 to about $32 for this card. It's only a 1 of. But for the most part, Water is relatively inexpensive, and you could play it relatively inexpensively. I mean, you still got to spend a couple of bucks like Atlantean Dragoons. I mean, you don't have to get the Ultimate Rare version, even though it's $130. Like, and you need 3 of this. You don't need to do this. That's crazy. You can get the super rare version. It's kind of went down a little bit with $10 market price. It's roughly around $8, but you still need it. But the rest of Water is relatively inexpensive, and I feel like you could build a budget Water deck that can still play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's a crazy thing, because a lot of these decks I've just mentioned before, I'm not sure if they can do that. This deck has been around since Abyss Rising. This deck has not only been around since Abyss Rising, but has always sporadically had one Yu-Gi-Oh plays the regional invites. Once again, we're going in September, and this is like the best time for water plays. You gotta think about it. We're getting a September ban list, and every year we normally get a ban list around this time. We get a regionals around this time, and as Yu-Gi-Oh players are figuring out what they want to do, water players have the same game plan. They're gonna shotgun you. They're gonna throw their cards on board and eat you in one turn. Or if they go first, they're gonna take at least 4 cards minimum from your hand. This is how water works. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh players are disrespecting this deck day and night. And for the price you'll pay for a Eldritch, the Golden Boy, the Golden Lord over here, you can get a full water deck, and it still be good. What can you say about any deck in the game like that? And not only still be good, but still have the ability to get you locals wins, regional wins. I mean, seriously, this is an insane deck, and not many decks in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, from Abyss Rising till now, can claim that. Looking at Eldritch, the Golden Lord, coming out Secret Slaves with a $126 market price, it's roughly around $127. Why? Listen, I think competitive Yu-Gi-Oh is really fun, and I personally am looking to go to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh locals. I don't care. But there are a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players who are not doing that. Why is it still a lot of money? I don't understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it, to be honest with you. But there it is. We also have Magus the Paladin, the Ascended Dragon Slayer, Ultimate Rare, coming out Dimension of Chaos, with his... God, man. Magus the Paladin, the Ascended Dragon Slayer, coming out of Dimension of Chaos, Ultimate Rare, with a $7 market price. It's limited copies are roughly around 7. First is also $7 for this card. This card is relatively inexpensive. It's a Pendulum card, and even though Pendulums are doing nothing right now, they've always come back. They are the boogeyman. Pendulums are Michael Myers. They die for a bit, and then dun 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 dun. They're back again. That's literally how pendulums work. I don't understand why Yu-Gi-Oh players go, yay, now pendulums are dead. No, they're not dead. They're never going to be dead. They're a game mechanic. Think about it. They're always going to be good. And that's why, like, you always have to have a Pendulum deck core lying around. You always have to. Whether you want to have Pendulum Magicians, which is an insanely inexpensive deck core. Whether you want to have full-on crazy combo Pendulums, you got that too. You have all of this. But one card I guarantee you probably do not have is Magus the Paladin, the Ascended Dragon Slayer. Once again, this card has a ton of printings, but if you want the max rarity, it's currently $7 for an Ultimate Rare coming out of Dimension of Chaos. That's pretty low, and I highly recommend you go in and grab this card before it goes up higher in the market price. Up next, guys, Mega Fan of Beast Lion, $17 market price. It's roughly around, almost say $20 for a rare out of Primal Origins. Listen, we're gonna be getting a reprint of this card soon. Do not buy this card. With a reprint coming, why would you need it? I mean, are your locals like store credit, box tournament that much more important to you because you need a Lion? I would just wait if I was you in this point. There's no need to go in and buy this card as expensive value when we know we're getting an ultra rare, higher rarity coming out soon. So don't wait. Don't go ahead and buy this. It makes no sense. So let's talk about a couple of cards that are just the collector's market just going insane. Mobius the Mega Martyr coming out of Legacy of the Valiant with an $18 market price. Well, unlimited to $55. That's good news. You also got a first edition version coming at $61. This card was like $10. Beginning of the year. It's insane how fast the collector's market moves. And it's even more insane how fast Yu-Gi-Oh players think that this will pop. The bubble will pop on Ghost Rares. That's impossible. It's not going to happen. We also have Divine Dragonite Felgren, another card, which actually is not that bad of a card. It's coming out of Shell Specters. Ghost Rare, $25 market price, unlimited 38, first edition 50s, then it starts hitting near 60s quickly. Yeah, it's just another one of these cards that, once again, for a long while was relatively inexpensive because Yu-Gi-Oh market forgot about this card for meta relevance. The collectors didn't care about it because it's not GX era card. And then, once again, throughout this whole entire pandemic, Yu-Gi-Oh players are like, oh, wait a minute, Ghost Rares. Is it hard for you to get? Great. I'm going to go in and do my thing. And that's literally what's happening to this. We also have Star Eater, Ghost Rare, coming at just another light. $30 market price. It's not that, by the way. 61 unlimited. First edition, $100. Now you're thinking, okay, $100 is not too crazy. Okay, after 2 sales, it's almost there $400 for this card. This card right here. How fast can you think you're going to replenish the Star Eater Ghost market? Little fun fact, the answer is going to be not that fast at all. This card is insane and about to be even higher. The card does nothing meta-wise, but because it's a collector's card, it will stay at that high price point. And it's going to maintain it. And from here, if you want my honest opinion, I think it could only go up for Ghost Rares. All Ghost Rares have the ability to only go up in value, making your collection that much more valuable in the game. Next, we have number 11 Big Guy, Astro Pack 6, Ultimate Rare, $35 market price. It's currently at $40. Now, to be honest with you, I still think this card's currently undervalued. I think this card has potential to go up higher. You need 2 level 7 monsters, and to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever going to play from now until the end of Earth, because that's how long I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Will last, with level 7 monsters. I think they will come back in this game. I think they'll be viable, and I think you don't have number 11 Big Guy. And if you don't have this card, it's going to go up higher. You think it went up $5 and that's the spike of the card? No. This is almost their stabilization price points. This card is going to go higher. You don't got it. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, you got other rarities, and they're not bad rarities once again. You got the Secret Rare coming out of Galactic Overlord, $8. You got the Battle Pack as well as the Battle's Legend Revenge, the Light, Ultra Rares, they're $3. You got Gold, but who wants Gold? Not me, not you, nobody else wants a Gold rarity. We also got Brother the Firefish Bear coming out of Cosmo Blazer, $7 market price, Ultimate Rare, okay? Roughly around $8 for unlimited. Now, if you want a first edition version, it gets a lot higher. A lot higher. That's gonna be roughly around 13. It's so hard to do this. You don't understand. Like the lawnmower sound. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. My microphone's pointed towards me, but it's everywhere. It's like trying to record a video. Cause I only do one take. I'm too lazy to do two. Trying to record a video and just bombs going off. And I'm going, yeah, cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, man, Paisanos. Anyway, Brother Firefish Bear Ultimate Rare First Edition is currently roughly around $13. I think this card's highly underrated. Came out of Cosmo Blazer. Was not the best set, but for an Ultimate Rare Brother Firefish card, pretty good. Firefish got a bunch of cards, and if you think the Firefish are just out permanently, I think you're wrong. I think Bear's a great card to go in and buy. I think 5 Formation Tanky Ultimate Rare has always been a great card to get. I've never said no about this card. When it was $20 for the Ultimate Rare, I said to go in and grab it. Currently, the market price is $73. The card's down to $60. What do you think I'm going to say? This is a great card. If you think we're not going to have any Beast Warrior type monsters being meta again, then I don't know what to tell you, but the answer is yes, we're going to. This is a road that's a continuous spell, and Brother Firefish Bear is a great card that works in conjunction with this. At max rarity for $12, that's a pretty good deal. We also have Neo-Spacian Aqua Dolphin. I mentioned my other market watch. $3.63 market price? Yeah, no. $401. After those gone, it's $500 for Neo-Spacian Aqua Dolphin. And you're saying they're going V. Why? Well, easy. Duh. Infernoble Knights. That's why. Are they seeing any play? No. Will they see competitive meta play by the time we get a banners? No. But there is that. It's right now, right here, right as you're watching this video. It is a thing, and I think something that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are not understanding. Also, it's a Neo-Spacian card, a GX era Ultimate Rare card. Shows meta play, shows collectors. Casuals kind of want it. Now, obviously not at this price point, but that's a factor into why this card got bought out. It hits 3 bases. Almost all Yu-Gi-Oh players can easily say they want this card. And when I last talked about this card, I forgot how much it was, but it was definitely not $400. And then we got Crystal Beast. And you know what? This is my babies. So a little side note. A long time ago, your boy V didn't have much money, and I lived in New York. I went to Chinatown. I went to a small little shop, and they had Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, beautiful Ghost Rare, and Crystal Beast Max Rarity in a showcase. And I had about, I'm gonna say, $20 in my pocket. I had no money, and at the time, my wife, at the time, my girlfriend, I turned to her, I said, one day I will get Max Rarity Crystal Beast. And she looked at me like I was insane because the prices were insane. They now starting to return back to those prices. And not long after, well, when I first started making a couple of bucks in my life, I slowly started picking up Crystal Beast. People were laughing at me, thought I was crazy. Crystal Beast Sapphire Pig is ultimate rare. You're talking $7, $10. People looking at me, selling to me, looking at me like I'm an idiot. Let's look at Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus real quickly. Coming out of Full Source Breaker Ultimate Rare with a $44 market price. You can grab a Lightning Plate for $35. And after that one's gone, it's $45. And after that one's gone, $55. And after that one's gone, it's $80. And after that one's gone, it's $90. Or you can get a first edition version that's $100. By the way, mine's all max rated first edition. I'm not trying to be a revenue on flex. I'm just trying to let you know what's good. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh players. Let me explain something to you. 5 years ago, Star Dragon Ghost Rare was $75. It's $700. What do you think's gonna happen in the next 5 years? This game's gonna die? I don't think that's gonna happen. I think this game's gonna proliferate. I think games like Magic the Gathering are gonna die as they go to digital because the company's lazy and terrible. And I think Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously the second number 2 over here, is gonna be number 1. You're gonna have Yu-Gi-Oh, you're gonna have Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon. Pokemon's really fun. You should buy the Pokemon Secret Rare Energies while they're still in the market, because that's gonna get clean. But Yu-Gi-Oh will be the number 1 card game. Hands down, no doubt in my mind. If that is the case, what needs to happen to your locals, your regionals, your store that currently used to make fun of Yu-Gi-Oh players because they're a Magic the Gathering store, because Magic the Gathering, when that game dies out, they're gonna go Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the store's gonna close. It's unfortunate, but it's a fact of the reality. If you're not a store that's learning about how to do Yu-Gi-Oh!, you better get your ass in gear. If you're a Magic the Gathering store and you don't want to promote Yu-Gi-Oh!, well, have fun being closed. You could always play Commander at your friend's house, kitchen table, having a beer too, and talking about the good old days, because that's all they're gonna be. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the future. This game being #1 is the future. Whether it's a collector's market, casual market, competitive market, all these are going to impact the future of this game, and whichever one you're in, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because you're a part of the greatest game, period, around. Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game. It's your boy V, and you paisanos, well, you paisanos have a great day.